Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Good Boxing Podcast with their host, Josh Sides. And I'm going to jump right into this episode. It's been a minute, and I was just kind of reassessing more or less what I wanted to do with the channel and more or less the Good Boxing Podcast as the first year is eclipsing. I can't believe it's almost been a year, and that anniversary is coming up. So, first things first, I wanted to let you guys know that I'm going to continue to do the YouTube stuff and I'm going to release videos on YouTube. But in order to kind of reinforce the fact that I'm a podcast, I am going to release audio only episodes. Sometimes there are episodes I want to do and I just want to speak about something or kind of touch on a topic, but a whole video upload space, everything really isn't worth it. And I don't want to inundate you guys with a bunch of videos and hurt my channel essentially with just a bunch of videos that really don't need a video. Sometimes you just want to talk about something and you may not be in the right space or may not have the right lighting or the right time. So I'm just going to release episodes on the actual podcast on Spotify and Apple. So I'm going to jump right into this episode though. So if you're not following the Spotify or Apple, feel free to just hit that follow button. Make sure you stay abreast with what's going on in boxing, especially now in the busy season of boxing. There's a bunch of stuff going on. So episode I wanted to talk about today, or actually the topic I wanted to speak about today, is the Anthony Joshua versus Oleksandr Usyk. I wasn't able to actually get in front of a mic and my normal setup to give an official video prediction in terms of an episode with a breakdown, but I did have a YouTube short. If you're following the YouTube channel, if you're not, feel free to follow at Good Boxing Podcast on YouTube and turn on notifications. You guys know the deal. So originally, when I thought about the fight, I thought Joshua would be a nightmare matchup for Usyk, given the fact that he was big. But upon further review and actually doing my deep dive, I picked Oleksandr Usyk to win the fight and ultimately maybe even stop Joshua. People thought I was crazy. And look, I've been wrong about a lot of stuff, but you guys got to realize when I watch fights, I'm not trying to just follow an agenda. I don't care about if I like someone or not. Maybe for the exception of maybe like if Tio fought Devin Haney, it would be hard to pick against Teofimo Lopez because I really, really like Tio. But overall, I'm pretty objective and see what I see. And based off the evidence, I come up with a conclusion. I don't have like, hey, this guy is PBC. I hate so-and-so X, Y, and Z, right? So I wasn't really surprised when Usyk presented a problem that Joshua wasn't able to solve. Anthony Joshua is very rigid and he tried to outbox a master boxer. And truthfully, I think Usyk didn't get enough credit in that Derek Chisora fight. 1 week later, I've watched the fight like 3 or 4 times. And I'm going to be honest with you, it was hard finding rounds for Joshua. I had a 9-3, and with a 10-8 round in the last round, it could be maybe 10-2, right? I don't understand how people thought Joshua won rounds. Like he had spots, he would land a punch, but Usyk was putting the pressure, putting the feints, and clearly you saw what the game plan was. I don't know if a lot of people are noticing this, but the Lomachenko game plan and the Papachenko game plan is use pressure with feet, feints, little shots here and there, score convincingly. If you get hit, you immediately strike back in order to keep the pace even and discourage the person that's trying to hurt you and stop you, the aggressive puncher, from gaining a lead in confidence. Once you shut down the confidence, which is what happened with Anthony Joshua, in my opinion, the fight was over and it wasn't close. But in that last round, you saw Usyk severely hurt Joshua, and it was due to pressure. He broke him down. He was hitting him to the body a lot. He was catching him with counters, and Joshua went back to that place that you saw against Andy Ruiz. Joshua, in my opinion, is a good boxer. He's not a bad boxer. I don't think he's a bum. I don't think anything of that nature. But in this fight, I don't think he knew how to fight a lefty completely. He was doing a lot of good things. I'm not going to sit here and say that he didn't do a lot of good things. I liked how he was using that arm to turn with Usyk to kind of neutralize the angle Usyk was giving him. But he never really followed what I like to call the pyramid or the triangle the right way. He went one way in the triangle, but he never went fully left and he never went fully right. Joshua was either in front of Usyk to get hit or to the left side, which Usyk already knows every righty is trying to get to the left side. So if you only fight in two aspects of the triangle, you're not going to be that dynamic. It's basically a 50-50 coin flip if you're going to get hit or not. Yes, Anthony Joshua did use his jab to kind of neutralize the front hand, but Usyk constantly countered him with a good short right hook and a nice straight left down the pipe. So I don't know tactically what Joshua could have done. I'm surprised he tried to outbox Usyk, but at the end of the day, if he tried to press Usyk, he would have got stopped. And I don't think people realize Joshua is not this aggressive forward combination puncher that's going to put pressure on Usyk. If anything, Chisora tactically and, in my opinion, his temperament was more of a challenge than a Joshua. Joshua's not going to walk you down with his hands up and sell out to go to the body or sell out to land one shot. He's a methodical thinking boxer, and that's what you are when you were an Olympic medalist, right? You are cerebral. You are someone that tries to box. You are someone that's not going to just go balls to the wall like a Dillian White or someone like that, who I feel would present more of a challenge to Usyk. And I'm not saying that Dillian White would beat Usyk, right? But what I am saying is, in terms of tactics, I think he would present more of an issue due to the fact that he is a bigger, stronger guy. And his temperament is he wants to go to either kill you or be killed. And sometimes that's what you need against someone that's trying to be masterful in there. You can't really worry about, oh, hey, am I going to land? You just got to throw. But you also run the risk of getting hit. And that's kind of what I saw. I saw Usyk dancing around, using the Lomachenko style, stepping to the left, stepping to the right, pivoting, making Anthony Joshua have to respect the right angle where you go around to the right. And Joshua did respect it, but at the same time, he also fell for the fact that he thought, oh, I addressed the right angle, right? Oh, I turned. But, and this is where I'm not going to sit here and, again, congratulate Teofimo Lopez for Loma, but you got to give him more credit right now because everyone knows what you have to do, right? Nakatani tried it. Anthony Joshua tried it, and many others have tried it. You turn, you try to throw the uppercut, you try to do all these things. But what they failed to realize was you have to adjust because they're playing chess. All right, they sell out to the right. He's not just going right. He's going to go left. He's going to step back. He's going to feint you. And he just kept Joshua off balance. And Joshua, in my opinion, it's the fact that he didn't start boxing at an early age, that the IQ of Usyk was just too much. In a rematch, I expect the same damn thing. And that's kind of the bottom line. Like, Joshua is not a bum. He's not the worst. I'm not going to sit here and say, he was overrated the whole time. Maybe a little bit. I don't think he could have beaten Deontay Wilder, in my opinion, or Tyson Fury, or any one of the top tier heavyweights. That's why in my hierarchy of heavyweights, I always had Tyson Fury number 1, Deontay Wilder number 2, and Anthony Joshua number 3. If you go based off belts, then Joshua would have to be number 1. But if you go off pure boxing ability in terms of ceiling and kind of going based off their skill, you got to go Tyson Fury 1. Deontay Wilder isn't more skillful in terms of boxing than Anthony Joshua, but he does possess something that you cannot teach. And the power is what erases everything. You have to be perfect. So that's kind of what I thought. And in this fight, I wanted to address one conspiracy. There were actually a lot of conspiracies, and I'm a little surprised that this was the case. Originally, upon rewatching, I've been looking at other YouTube channels and basically other boxing pundits where everyone's like, oh, the fight stopped 10 seconds to 8 seconds early. They didn't want Joshua to get stopped. Oh, I saw someone wave a white flag with like 5 seconds left, or according to the official DAZN timer. Now, I just want to put the kibosh on that because originally I was like, wow, is that true? So you watch it and you look at the timer, and it's true. The bell rang before the official DAZN counter started. Stopped, ran out of time. But I did my research. I rewatched round 12, and I figured out what happened. So bell goes ding. I took my stopwatch out. press start. Time starts going. The problem was the bell went ding. And then in the beginning, the ref told both fighters to touch gloves. Now, that's not something that stops the clock. And you know this, breaks don't stop the clock. Certain things don't stop the clock, but the bell rang. So the timer started going. And I waited 3 minutes, looked at the clock, and I was kind of keeping sync. And my clock was ahead of the actual DAZN timer. I don't think DAZN put up the official clock on the side early enough. So the DAZN timer was behind. And if you don't know, that automated computer graphic isn't 100%. You watch NFL, you watch NBA. Sometimes the timer on the TV, the score on the TV, things are wrong. It's an infographic, right? Like, come on. So when I synced it up, there's no controversy. They didn't stop the fight too early. There isn't a conspiracy, in my opinion, to not get Joshua to get stopped. It just was a bad timing error on DAZN. That's it. Joshua lost. Clearly, it wasn't a close fight. A lot of people are trying to say, oh, yeah, Joshua lost too much weight. He should have came in big like a bodybuilder. No. If he came in the way he normally did, came in stiff and tight, Usyk would have ate him up even worse. He would have been slower. And yeah, the potential for one punch could have changed the fight, like in heavyweight boxing. But Usyk is just different. And truthfully, in the rematch, he's going to beat Joshua again. Joshua cannot close the ring IQ gap. You can't put experience and IQ in a microwave and all of a sudden develop it. I do think Joshua should change trainers, and there's nothing wrong with Rob McCracken. I just think now it's time. You got to repackage the kid. He's lost twice. You can't sit here and say, oh, I just got to get back in the gym and fix the mistakes. This isn't Andy Ruiz, and even that Andy Ruiz you fought was out of shape, didn't train, and you were able to beat him. I mean, you just don't learn what Usyk learned, IQ, in a fight. You can do better. I'm not going to sit here and say maybe he will do better. Maybe he can win a round or maybe hurt Usyk. But Usyk was just the better fighter and is the better fighter. I don't think he can beat a Deontay Wilder. I don't think he can beat Tyson Fury because one, Wilder touches him one time, it's over. Right? You can say whatever you want to say about Usyk. He'll keep him off balance. But Luis Ortiz is just as high a level of a boxer as Usyk is. Cuban style, knows how to fight as a southpaw, kept him off balance. He made one mistake and it was over, right? Deontay Wilder caught Tyson Fury. One time, Tyson Fury was moving around, and this is somebody that's very tall, actually has a reach advantage, has a speed advantage, still got caught. Usyk, yeah, he's quick. Yeah, he could bounce around, but I'm going to be honest with you, he cannot beat Deontay Wilder. And with Tyson Fury knows how to use angles. He knows how to neutralize that. And truthfully, he could just keep him in front of him with the jab. He could fight southpaw. He could fight righty. And he knows how to use angles. He could walk Usyk down. He'll close the gap, and it just won't be close. But I think Usyk had a phenomenal performance, and I'm very, very happy for him. He's a bona fide superstar, and he deserves it. I think right now, Usyk can arguably be number one pound for pound. And I'll even put him over Canelo because Canelo's trying to be undisputed, right? Yeah, he held his number one spot, but Usyk literally just went from being undisputed cruiserweight champion of the world to arguably almost undisputed champion at heavyweight. And he beat the top guy at heavyweight with 3 belts and has put himself in position for a rematch to beat Anthony Joshua again and then potentially take on the other number one in the division in Tyson Fury or Deontay Wilder based off the outcome. So you got to give Usyk credit. He's better than Inoue. He's done more than Terrence Crawford. And you can't sit here and say that Canelo Alvarez is that much more talented than Usyk. And you can't sit here and say that Terrence Crawford is that much more talented than Usyk. Usyk would be a problem at any weight. And truthfully, Lomachenko's dad, you got to give him credit for doing such a good job with Usyk and coming up with a very good game plan. So that's my opinion. No conspiracy. Anthony Joshua, you just lost to the better guy, and I think he's going to lose again. And that's pretty much it. So this is not going to be an audio exclusive, but feel free to follow the YouTube channel, Good Boxing Podcast. I will be posting some exclusive audio content on the Spotify and Apple. So if you're not following, follow on those platforms, and also on the Instagram at Good Boxing Podcast. Thanks so much, and we're back, baby. Go.